State of Michigan versus Devon Pruitt, docket number 17-126FH. And Mr. Pruitt, you're here today because, well, first, there was a summons issued for a show cause. And it was going to call you into court voluntarily, alleging that you have violated probation by not attending treatment since June 3rd of 2019, and that you failed to provide proof of completed community service as of July 16, 2019. But then immediately after that, it is alleged that you failed to report to the probation office on July 15, 2019. And so in lieu of doing the summons, they proceeded against you by issuing a bench warrant, and that's why you're here today. Do you understand the allegations against you, Mr. Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am.
If they're proven true, it could subject you to a maximum penalty of up to 2 years in prison based on your original conviction. You have the right to be represented by an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed for you at public expense. You also have the right to have a contested hearing where you could appear by yourself or through an attorney. You could hear the evidence presented against you. You could cross-examine witnesses, and you could present your own evidence. First, are you requesting an attorney? And if so, I have one on standby for you, but it's up to you.
No, it's all right.
Okay, you declined an attorney, and you want a contested hearing? Like a trial?
Excuse me?
Do you want
No,
a
ma'am.
contested hearing? It's like a trial.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I think what you're telling me is you want to plead guilty to probation violation. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Pruitt, as I said, you have the right to a contested hearing. That's like a trial thing I mentioned. If you plead guilty, you don't have a contested hearing, and you'll give up the rights that go along with it. That includes the right to be represented by an attorney, the right to have the allegations proven, the right to have the witnesses against you appear at the hearing and to be able to cross-examine them, the right to have this court order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the hearing, and also the right to testify yourself at the hearing if you wanted to. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone made any promises to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Anyone used any threats or other kinds of pressure?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you are in violation of probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go back to June of 2019. Did you stop attending treatment?
That's the PATS program, right?
I believe
Was that the PATS
so.
program?
Or no, it must be outpatient.
The only treatment that they had me doing was the PATS program, wasn't
Oh,
it?
PATS. I thought you said CATS.
Yeah, PATS.
Yeah.
No, PATS.
Yeah, PATS.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. So you stopped going?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you were ordered by your agent to do some community service. Did you complete that community service?
I did not complete it, but yes, I did a couple hours.
Okay, and then back in July of 2019, you stopped reporting, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the court finds the plea is understandingly, voluntarily, and knowingly made. It is supported by the testimony. The plea of guilty is accepted. Mr. Pruitt is found guilty of probation violation. Agent Mills, is there a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Mr. Pruitt's first violation. He told me that he's struggling, the mother of his children aren't around right now, so he's kind of struggling to do everything that needs to be done with his children. So I think that I would like to just continue on probation, give him credit for his 6 days, and now that Pat's is doing a lot of their classes virtual, I think he'd be able to get that completed. He does have a whole lot of Clinton County for probation violation, but I would just like to continue him on probation and keep his high status.
Okay, and you said the credit is 6 days on this bench warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pruitt, anything you wanted to say?
Not too much, just that I ain't gonna sit here and give y'all a whole bunch of excuses for what I did, but it was just a stupid mistake I could have changed, or I could have did something else about instead of just stop going. I could have talked to him or anything. That's it.
Yes, true. So let's just wipe the slate clean at this point. I'm glad your agent still wants to work with you, and you can do the PATs online virtually, and you'll do better going forward. I'm positive you will, because you seem to have a good attitude. So I will continue you on probation, 6 days in jail with credit for 6 days served. The bench warrant is dismissed. And of course, all the terms and conditions of probation continue to apply, including completing the PATS program. And Mr. Pruitt, you have the right to file an application for leave to appeal your conviction and your sentence in this matter. You're entitled to an attorney at public expense to assist you in doing that. If you're making a request for one, you have to make it within 42 days of today's date. It explains that more on a form that we will mail out to you to make sure that you get it. Okay, do you have any questions?
Just one for Mr. Mills. I was wondering, are you gonna be in Clinton with me too, or how does that work?
You have a separate agent for Clinton County.
Yeah.
Correct,
separate
yeah, I wouldn't
system.
be upset.
Okay.
But you can request an attorney out there, and they will provide you with one, so.
Okay.
All right, you can tell them at the jail then that you're done, you're all set.
Okay, thank you.